Hi, welcome to automation testing.in. In this video, we are going to see read data from Excel using column name. Okay, and the topics we are going to cover in this: what is Excel, why to use Excel, important classes, important methods, some points to remember, and sample programs. And what is Excel, why to use Excel, important classes, methods, all we have discussed in the previous video, that is read data from the Excel using column number. You can refer that video for more information. And read data from Excel using column name, will discuss about how we can read the test data from the Excel sheet using while automating any application using Selenium Webdriver. So as we discussed in the previous video, like why we use Excel, what is the use. If you want to feed so much of test data from the external sources like a text file, XML file or Excel file, then we will read the test data from the external sources. Among those, Excel is very useful that we have a rich API and we can organize the data in such a way that we can easily understand and we can easily present. So in this we are using Excel to read the external sources data to feed to your application. For that we have one of the famous APIs called Apache POI. So we will use that API to read the data from the Excel. Okay. And below are the classes which we will use to read the data: file input stream, XSF workbook, XSF sheet, XSF row, XSF cell. These are the main classes which are available in the Apache POI to read the Excel data. And these are the methods which we will use in this video, like a get sheet of sheet name, get a last cell number, get string cell value, get row, get cell, get numeric cell value, get date cell value, get boolean cell value. Okay, these are the methods which we will use while discussing the program. And this is one sample Excel file, like this is column and this is row and this is cell, like a username, what we are saying is a row, and this is sheet, credentials is a sheet in the Excel file workbook. This is cell, this is row, all these things which we are discussing in our previous video. And some of the points to remember is row index starts from the 0 and column index starts from the 0, and the extension of Excel file is .xlsx from Excel 2007. Before this, that is XLS. And if you want to read integer value, then you have to put apostrophe value in front of the value. Okay, and we'll see that in the program. We need to use different kind of methods to read string, integer and date values from the Excel. Okay, these things we already discussed in the previous video. Anyhow, we'll see again in this video. And we will see a standalone program and one utility. We will write one utility class and we will call from that. When you use it, is very useful when you use a framework. Okay, let's move to your IDE and we'll start looking into the programs, how we can read the test data using column name. In our previous video, we have seen the same thing using column number, and here we will see column name. And what is the difference and why we use using column number or column name? Okay, when you see a sample Excel file, you see this is a sample Excel file which I am using here to read the data. Okay, and coming to the column number and column name. Okay, what do you see here? As you see, like this is row and this is column. Okay, when you prepare an Excel sheet like this for your test data, you will put first row as your headings, means which kind of data it will represent. This is username. This entire column will represent usernames. This entire column will represent password. This entire column represents date created. This one number of attempts. Okay, to give the better understanding of what Excel sheet contains, we will use first row as headings. Okay, you'll use for headings. So when you use column number, here I have 1 2 3 4 5. I have 5 columns, but in your real-time project you might contain so many columns, maybe 20 30 15. It depends upon your test data. You will have data here, 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 here. To read the test data using column number, each and every time you have to read which column I am not reading the data. M, N. For what is number of M, N, O? We might get confused, and it is very tedious to know if you have more columns. And while you looking into your code also, you will get confused that for which column I am reading the data. Okay, to avoid that, we will create header, means column header for each and every Excel sheet, and we will use that column name to get the number of that column. Then blindly you can write your code, like you already know, right, what is your column name. Okay, you simply give that column name to get the row of that column, and you can read the data from that cell. Okay, that is the reason we will use column name instead of column number. Okay, now we will see a sample program. Now we'll go to IDE. Okay, in previous video we have seen that we have written one method called getCellData. It is accepting 3 parameters: sheet name, here column number, row number. Now we are see, instead of this column number we will see column name. Okay, and I have written one sample program. This is a standalone program, meaning how we can read the data using column number. Okay, now we will see how we can read the test data using column name. Give me one sec. Okay, this is the sample standalone program which we have written for the previous video, and we have read the data using column, row number, and column number. Column number in the sense of this one, get cell number. Okay, we'll see this, like we have taken file input stream to read the where exactly that XLS file is, our Excel file is, and you will use XSS workbook. This workbook takes as an argument of this file input stream to load the Excel data. Then you have XSF sheet. You have to load which sheet you want to read the data. We have sheet called credentials, workbook.get sheet of credentials. Now that indicates that we are reading the data from the credential sheet. In that row, which row? In this sheet, which row? The first row. First row means what do you say? The index starts from the 0. We are skipping the header heading, and we are reading the actual test data of first row. In that first cell, okay, in this row, and I'm using admin user. Okay, I'm reading admin user. Means 0th means column is 0th. This is 0th, right? Username is in the 0th column. Password is the first column. Date created is third column. Second column. 0, 1, 2. That is the reason I'm representing 0 here. And this cell dot get numeric cell value. Okay, get numeric cell value. Get what you say, string cell value, something like that. I'll say that is not numeric value, that is get string cell value. Okay, this one. What the reason is, we have string value. So I'll simply write execute this one for sample. Now we'll move to the user using column name. Okay, here you see that admin user. It is printing admin user, means it is reading that. Now I don't want to use this 0, get 0. The reason is this is username 0, password 1, 2, 3, 4, like how you have so many. Now each and every time you cannot count and get the data, and tomorrow if you come and see get cell of 4th means which data I am reading, will not come to know that. We are not clear on that. So instead of using 0, if I using username, if I use password, if I use date created, if I use number of attempts, then you will easily come to know that which cell data you are reading. Okay, I am reading the data of credential username, I am reading the data of number of attempts, something like that. So we will do that one now. And that data, where it is, I am removing this one, and I have to get the where exactly it is. Ultimately we need to get the column number, but we will use column name to get the column number. Okay, now where the data is in the 0th row, in the index is 0, right? The headings where we have in the 0th row. So now I am getting the data sheet of get row of 0. Now I'll take one sample column number. Okay, I'll take column number, I'll initialize this as -1 for initialization purpose. Now we need to write a for loop to get the column number of particular column name. I'll use for int i equaled 0, then I less than row dot get last cell number. Means how many cell numbers we have. Get last cell number will give how many columns are there. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5. That information will be given by get last cell number. So now I increment I plus plus. Now I will read row by the column by column. When I face which column I am getting, then I'll get the column number. I'll write if row dot get cell of ith, means 0th first one, dot get string cell value, right? Get string cell value dot, I'm just trimming if there is any spaces, dot equals what we need to pass here. What we need to pass here, which column you are reading. I am saying password, something like that, password, Control C. When I encounter password, then I will get the column number of that one. In the I, what it is, first it is 0. If it is in the 0, then column number will become 0. If it is in the first column, then column number will become first column. Then it is replaced with your I. Now I have where the password is in this sheet, in the 0th column or first column or third column. Okay, by giving the column name, I am getting the column number. Okay, now I have to get the row. Now row equaled sheet dot get row of which one, first row. Okay, first row. This is in the 0th row, it is first row, right? And the first row, and cell equaled which cell, XSF cell. Okay, instead of here I will write Control X here in the Control V, cell equaled, I'll say null. We will see it works or not. Now cell equaled what, row dot get cell of which cell we need now. Now we know column number. we are not hard coding this column number. We are getting this column number using the column name. Okay. Now I know that where the password is. String password I need to, where it is in the cell of get string cell value. In this cell you have a method called get string cell value to read the data. Now I will print that password. Value from the Excel sheet is this password. Okay, that's it. Now we have read the column number using the column name, and we are passing that to get the cell. In that cell we are getting the cell dot get string cell value. Okay, now I'll simply just run this one and we'll see whether it is printing the password or not. It is printing admin@123 in the first column. First one 11. This is 11, right? The admin@123. Okay, this way we have written one standalone program to read the Excel values using column name. But what is the disadvantage if you write like this one? I have to read so much of data. For each and everything I cannot call this for loop and no get row, get cell, something like that. Okay, this is a repetitive code I don't want to use. And tomorrow I want to read the data from the not credentials. I want to read from some other sheet. I might have 10 sheets or 20 sheets, depends upon my test data and the application. So I don't want to use all these things like this. So I will write a separate utility method. From there I'll call that method to read the data very easily. Okay, we have seen same thing in the last program, like last video. We have written one method called getCellData. It will accept the parameters like sheet name, column number, row number. If you want to get the cell data using these things, I have written a sample program like, see, simply I'll create an object of that class and I'll simply that get cell data, which sheet, which column number, which row number, which column number, which row number, something like that. I'll read like this. It is very simple. Only create an object, use that method to create the data instead of writing this much code. Okay, now we will do the same thing in the get cell data using column name. Okay, I'll take the same name overloaded method. Here the argument taking one string, two integers, right? I'll take the same thing with two strings, one integer, that is string column name. Okay, I'll write the same thing here under this one. Public it is string, right? String get cell data. I'll pass string sheet name comma string. Instead of column number I'll write column name, and the same way int row number. Okay, now I have these things. So everything we have initialized, right? All the file input stream, file output stream, XSF workbook, XSF sheet, XSF row, XSF cell, and Excel path. And we have written one constructor. Whenever you create an object, these things will be initialized automatically. Means file input stream equal new file input stream. The path which you are providing will be replaced here, and you are loading that file input stream in the XSF workbook. And after reading all this data from the XSF file input stream, we are closing the file input stream object. Okay, these things already we have written in the for get cell data of this one column number. So no need to write the same thing again and again. And this ultimately at the end of all the videos or programs, then Excel API test will become your util class. From there you can read the use these methods how you want and where you want. Now I will use try catch to handle these things. Catch what do you say, exception, sorry, exception E. In this I'll write like E dot print stack trace. What is the error we are printing here? Okay, now in this try block we will write the actual logic. Now as we have seen in this, we need to int column number initializing and same loop, right? Same information we will write here, but we will not hard code anything. Okay, I'll write int column number equal to -1. Now sheet equal to, okay, sheet equal to which sheet you want to use now. Okay, workbook dot get sheet of. Now we don't know like which sheet I want to use. I might use credentials, I might use some XYZ, I might use some ABC Excel sheet. So I don't know that one. So that I'll replace with this sheet name. Okay, whatever you give sheet name while you calling this method here will be replaced here. So we are not hard coding that one. Okay, we got the sheet. Now from which row? Or we have seen that which row, sheet dot get row. Which row? The headings are in the 0th row. No, from 0th. Now I will write the same for loop. Okay, I will write the same for loop for int I equals 0, I less than row dot get lost cell number, right? Get lost cell number I plus. Okay, in this by looping through we will get the column number using this column name. Okay, if row dot get cell of, sorry, will take the get cell of I and 1 second. Now have get cell of I. While looping through, it's 0th or first one, whatever it may be, dot get string cell value. The value of that one I'm just trimming if there are any spaces, and equals what you want to take this one. In the previous one we have hard coded that which sheet password. Now I will not do that one. Here what I'll do, I'll take column name what we have given here. Okay, if it is matching, then that column number equal to I. Now I came to, sorry, this is column name. Okay, I'll replace this some spelling mistake. Now I got, using this column name, I got the column number. Okay, now as we discussed in the previous method, sorry, if it is a string, how you want to read the string. If it is a numeric, how you want to read the numeric value. If it is a date, how you want to read the date values from the Excel sheet. All these things which I discussed in the previous video, I don't want to do all those things. Now simply what do you say, I'll read the data. How? Now I need to return this one as it is string. We need to return something. So return what do you say, how we did here. Now row number and get cell. Okay, yeah, first what we need to do, we'll get the row. From where you are getting the row, sheet dot get row of, actually we have to give the row number. Where we have the row number is coming from this method. So from here you will take the row number. But how you will give the row number? You will not count while you writing. You simply remember that this is first row, second row, third row, fourth row. We will not start counting from the 0. Okay, 1 2 3, here also 1 2 3, something like that. So if you give 1 means it will be 0, if it is 2 means it will be 1. This is -1. So for better understanding we will see -1. Okay, -1. Now I need to get the cell equal row dot get cell of, what is this, column number. We already captured here, right? Column number. So we are in the row. Now what we need to do? Return cell dot get string cell value. That's it. Okay. Sorry. Now we are not hard coding anything. We are passing the sheet name, we are passing the column number, we are passing the row number. Using column name, we are writing the column number. Same way, by getting this column number, we are reading the string cell value. Okay. Now we will try this one whether it is working fine or not. Okay. Here in the previous example, we are using 0 1 2 3 column number we used to read the data. Now what I'll do, I'll take the same thing. Now I will take the same thing, this one, I'll paste here. Before that I'll execute and we'll see like what it is printing. Okay, Control Z, Control save. I'll print this one. I'll execute and see that with column number what it is happening. Something is missing. Return statement. Okay. Here it is. We are missing in the one return statement. Okay. If it is coming to the cache, something went wrong, it's coming. We have to return something, right? I'll say like something data not found, something like that, something. It's your own. Okay. Now I run this one. You see that the data is printing here. Admin user, admin @123 11 10.0 means it is reading from the admin user, admin 123 11 10. Everything it is reading from here. Okay. Now what I'll do, sorry, I'll copy paste the same thing here, but I'll not come to know that where the password is, where the username, where number of attempts. It is in the 0th row, first row, sorry, 0th column, first column, second column, third. I'll not come to know. So what I'll do, simply instead of 0 I'll say username. Okay, I'll say username, and I'll say here instead of first column I'll say password, and the date created. I'll copy it from here. See. Instead of second means 0 1 2 means third one, that is actually number, and I want to see the number of attempts. Okay, I'll say number of attempts. Now row is first row. First row means actually 0 1. First means it will take first one. Now what I'll do, username, password. Actually the row is, now the row is second row, right? This is first one and second. If you give second, then it will go there and it will say like 2 row number minus 1. So we need to replace this with 2. To replace with this 2. Now it should print the same value which it is printing here. Okay, I'll run this one. Some error is coming. Data not found, data not found. It is printing 2 values, and the third one it is printing data not found, date created and number of attempts. Give me one sec. Yeah, it is giving some error like cannot get a string value from a numeric cell. Okay, these are not strings. This is not a string and this is not a string. These are numeric values. This is 10, this is some date. So it is reading string values properly, but it is not able to read the numeric values. So that is the reason we have to handle these kind of situations also. Okay, if I go here, in the previous, how we handled this one, I'll not write. See, I'll explain this one. If get cell type enum, the read data will be stored in the form of enum. That is cell typed of string. If it is a string, you have to return cell dot get string cell value. We simply given return cell dot get string cell value here. Okay, simply we have given this one, so it is throwing that error. If it is numeric, we have to get the get numeric cell value. Sorry. If it is date, what kind of date, you have to provide that format, and you have to convert that. We have to get the date value and we have to put in the cell value. If it is blank, don't return anything. If it is nothing, it might be a boolean value. We are handling all these things. I have explained all these things in the previous video. Just go through the previous video for better understanding. For now, I am just copy paste this one here in this. Instead of this simple return, you just mention like this. Now if it is string, if it is date, if it is numeric, if it is boolean, everything will be handled using this code. Now I will execute the same thing once again. You see, same data. Okay, but we are using here column number, here column name. Okay, that's all actually I want to discuss in this video. Thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe to Automation Testing channel, and please like us at our Facebook page.